If you were born sometime this century, then chances are you watched a lot of YouTube as a kid, and if you are a kid right now, then you probably are currently watching a lot of YouTube. Hopefully you're not watching LankyBox. I'm pretty sure watching their videos is scientifically proven to rot your brain. By the way, for legal purposes, that was a joke. The last thing I wanted to get sued by the guys that made this. Anyways, I watched a lot of different YouTubers growing up, and I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. So in this video, I'm gonna take a look at some YouTubers that I, and maybe you, watched as a kid, to talk about what videos of theirs I used to watch, and what they're up to today. Speaking of which, the first YouTuber here is definitely getting up to some things.
I'm the Discord moderator in Among Us.
Okay, so I barely watch SSundee, but I need to talk about him anyways because of this. Whenever I watch SSundee, I would watch one of two things: his Bloons videos and his Among Us videos. I dropped off the Among Us videos pretty quickly for obvious reasons, but I really liked his Bloons videos. He's the reason I kept using the tech shooter. However, he stopped making Bloons videos and now he's putting Indigo Park in Among Us, so thank you, Mr. SSundee. Apparently he has a pay-to-win Minecraft server, and honestly, I can't say I'm surprised. I decided to watch Despicable Me in Among Us video because of course I did, and honestly, he's a lot less loud than I thought he'd be, but I still wasn't exactly having a great time watching the video. SSundee spends the first 12 minutes of the video as a hunter trying to kill someone for a bounty, which has nothing to do with adding Groot to Among Us, but he's gotta get that sweet ad revenue somehow. I mean, I guess the minions are roaming around the map, but they don't really do much. But then SSundee becomes Groot, and the video becomes great and beautiful. I instantly subscribed. These videos are kinda dumb, but SSundee used to be a Minecraft YouTuber, so if you think about it, we actually got the good ending. He simply evolved with the times and makes videos about what kids find interesting nowadays. It's a shame we're evolving backwards.
And even if I was willing to go back to Freddy Fazbear's,
Random Encounters is a group of amazing and talented artists led by their fearless leader AJ Pinkerton, and they make things such as Pizza Tower the musical and Hello Neighbor 2 the musical. I actually kind of like Random Encounters. I'm not going to unironically listen to the Baldi's Basics song or anything, but I still appreciate what they do. I was introduced to this channel because a friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, but you know who you are, showed me Random Encounters' best video ever, FNAF the musical. Now, the time I hated Freddy Fazbear, and this guy terrified me. I thought he was gonna come into my house at 3 AM to kill me. One time I had a nightmare that I was in a skyscraper with Freddy and Chica, and we're looking at the Xfinity channel guide for some reason, and when I woke up, I felt something on top of me, and I saw Freddy's fingers on the bed for a second. This was when I was young, so I could be misremembering things, but I'm 99% sure that I briefly experienced sleep paralysis, and that Freddy Fazbear was my sleep paralysis demon. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that I wanted nothing to do with this guy. I'm not quite sure what happened. So going to FNAF the musical, I was pretty scared, but once it was over, childly concluded that it was pretty good actually. The songs are masterpieces, obviously, and the parts outside of the songs had some hilarious dialogue.
get away from me! I'll do it, I swear!
Please don't kill me!
I'd be careful with that knife. As Freddy Fazbear.
Since I knew nothing about FNAF, I didn't know who the main characters were, despite them being very popular YouTubers, Markiplier and Nate Wants to Battle. Okay, I still don't really know who Nate Wants to Battle is, but at least I know Markiplier.
Been locked away in a tower.
Was that the button?
In the first night, Markiplier learns that the animatronics are live, and Foxy kisses him. On the second night, Markiplier brings a variety of weapons into Freddy Fazbear's pizza and begins threatening to shoot the animatronics.
You've lost your fright. I'm armed with more than a light.
Classic Markiplier. This leads to Markiplier accidentally shooting the janitor, so now the cops are after him. The janitor is fine though, which is a good thing because I was gonna start weeping. Night 3 introduces Nate Wants to Battle, and he's had experience with Freddy Fazbear before. Springtrap is in this night as well, and he's an absolutely horrid shade of green. Why does he look like this?
Don't worry, I'll save you!
On night 4, Nate and the animatronics team up to find Markiplier. This is easily the best song in the musical. It's also the best song of all time. It was robbed of a Grammy. I like the part where Bright of 87 guy was like,
Find my claws in making pirate sound!
Also, this night has some of my favorite lines in all the musical. Random Encounters truly went all out for them.
There's a killer animatronic on the loose at Freddy Fazbear's!
Night 5 is the epic finale to the musical. The gang all go and try to spring the trap on Springtrap, but let's just say, things don't go as planned.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
You can say that again.
Purple guy!
Purple Guy just wants more hours for some reason. I guess he's just the #1 FNAF fan or something. And Markiplier and Nate say that he could have the hours, but then Mad Pack Game Theory bursts through the door and murders Purple Guy with his flamethrower chainsaw. You see, the main villain all along was Phone Guy / Mad Pack / Skull Coffin / Evil Dragon with a chainsaw, and he's gonna kill everyone. Thankfully, Markiplier gets Springtrap to attack Mad Pack, and he ends up burning the pizzeria. Incredible. Okay, I spent a bit too long talking about FNAF the musical, so I'm gonna quickly talk about the other two Random Encounters videos I used to watch, those being the Baldi's Basics musical and the Hello Neighbor musical. I find find the Baldi's Basics musical really funny just because of this.
Embrace myself for educational fun.
Welcome to Baldi's Basics.
Of course, the song is incredible, which is expected from random encounters. The only thing I want to point out about the Hello Neighbor musical is that at the beginning, the neighbor sounds like MatPat.
Hello, neighbor.
Welcome to Game Theory, the
Random encounters haven't really changed much nowadays. They're still making peak musicals about whatever they want. They literally released a Wii Fit song 4 months ago. Only random encounters would make a Wii Fit song in the year 2024. They're also still making FNAF musicals, and they're all prequels to the first one. MatPat still shows up in these as well, because even in retirement, he can't escape Freddy Fazbear. Speaking of MatPat,
We'll get around to me being impregnated by a video game and giving birth to a baby rabbit.
there was a time when I hated Game Theory, but it was because they made a lot of FNAF videos. No, you see, one time, the same friend that showed me FNAF musical showed me a Game Theory video about Pokemon Sun and Moon, and in that video, MatPat Game Theory said that Pokemon like Yungoos would make other Pokemon such as Pichu go extinct. The thought of this terrified me. I'm not even sure why. I didn't even like any of the Pokemon that MatPat said would go extinct. And then, as if my MatPat hatred couldn't get any stronger, the same friend that showed me the FNAF musical and the Pokemon theory showed me MatPat's first FNAF theory. It scared me a lot and I didn't like it. Also, this first theory is super weird. Instead of theorizing on, the game, MatPat says that the game was based on a real killing that happened at Chuck E. Cheese. What? I mean, I guess I could see how one would come to this conclusion. To be fair, the only information about the story the first game gives you is that people died at Freddy's, but, this theory hasn't exactly aged very well. MatPat would continue to make more FNAF videos. He would make a lot more, in fact. And these videos definitely contributed to me actually liking this thing. MatPat does a lot of wacky stuff for the FNAF theories, most notably counting animatronic toes and talking about the giving birth to Springtrap story. The conclusions he reached were insane as well. His most infamous FNAF theory is probably like Gregory's a robot theory, which a lot of people criticize for being dumb and not making any sense. I don't really get why though. This is the same franchise that has time-traveling ball pits and magical AR masks that allow you to phase through walls. Why do people draw the line at robot people? Wasn't there already a robot person introduced in the original book trilogy? Also, I'm pretty sure one of the new books confirmed that theory, so... Honestly though, some of my favorite videos MatPat did are the ones about the real world, like his Why YouTube is Boring Now video, or the video about critics he made on film theory. I don't know, I just find these interesting. Speaking of interesting, he gave the Pope a copy of Undertale one time.
Not only does it not look like Dream,
Now, as some of you know, 7 months ago, MatPat announced that he would be leaving Game Theory in March to focus on other endeavors. Okay, there was no way this was 7 months ago. It felt like yesterday. What? He uploaded 40 more theories, 10 on each channel, and he even ended up analyzing the Hello Neighbor show frame by frame, just like Tiny Build wanted him to. MatPat's 10th and final Game Theory video was about Game Theory, and it was a very good episode. He met Scott Cawthon creator Freddy Fazbear himself at the end. This episode was sad. It was like when Michael Scott left The Office, except the guy leaving counts animatronic toes for a living. The theory channels now have separate hosts, and I do like all of them, but the one for Film Theory made a video about Despicable Me, and he dissed the Minions in the first couple minutes? What?
Even still, I gave these movies a real try, an honest shake. I really wanted to like them, and they lost me at... yeah.
MatPat actually came back to Game Theory for a FNAF video because, again, he's never escaping Freddy. Game Theory is a good channel and the only one in this video that I still consistently watch. Hopefully, Game Theory will one day make a video on my Vector is Bonnie theory.
I would be most grateful if you let me consume a pastry with high levels of sugar and simple carbohydrates.
I originally wasn't going to include the odd ones out in this video, but then I remembered that his videos are what got me interested in animation, and since that's what I want to do for a living, that's kind of important. I'm not going to be talking about him for too long though. I don't really have a lot to say about him. The odd ones out is a YouTuber that mostly makes storytime animations, but he does some other stuff sometimes. The only real difference in his content now is that he's got a team of people to help him, but other than that, he's pretty much making the exact same stuff. Also, he's got a Netflix show, which I tried to watch when it first came out, but it was so boring that I had to stop after the second episode. I couldn't even make it to the iconic Too Old to Order Off the Kids menu episode. Apparently, the show got canceled, so that sucks, I guess, for the Oddballs fans out there. I don't know what else to say about the Odd Ones Out. I just want to quickly mention him, so it's time to move on to the next YouTuber.
Spending the majority of my time serving old men drinks in a pub.
Stampy's a Minecraft YouTuber that made videos where he and his helpers play in a lovely world. He also made other videos that didn't have to do with Minecraft, but I didn't really watch most of those. I'm not going to be talking about a lovely world for too long because I also want to talk about some of Stampy's more underrated videos that I never really see getting brought up. In a lovely world, Stampy and his helpers would go around building wacky stuff. We're also going around trying to stop the despicable individual known as Hit the Target from stealing Stampy's dogs like the terrible person he is. The 3 episodes of this that will forever stay in my brain are the ones where Stampy goes to the moon, the past, and the ocean. Stampy finding Hit the Target's secret base in Ocean Veg Show was insane, and Cat the Future is better than Back to the Future. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Also, after After watching Trip to the Moon, I thought you could actually go to the moon in Minecraft. I was very disappointed when I found out you couldn't. 10 months ago, Stampy ended the Lovely World series in an epic 34-minute finale, except it wasn't really that epic. I watched this when it first came out, and I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of boring. It's probably just because I've grown out of Stampy's content, but I don't know. I was expecting a massive and explosive finale to this 823 episode series. The very end of the episode was pretty cool though. I watched all Stampy's Den series, I don't think that's a word, where he and Squishy Quack were in some sort of special place like space, and he just kind of did some stuff there. My favorite of these was Cave Den. I really liked the episode where they went to the big Pac-Man arcade machine. I also watched his Hunger Games videos as well as Stampy's Flat Challenge where he played on a flat world with a plastic texture pack, and this is actually what inspired a now private series on this channel I made when I was first starting out called Plastic Crafts, so there's some jaw-dropping lore for you.
Diamonds already?
The only non-Minecraft Stampy videos I watched were his Roblox and Pokemon Moon videos. I remember playing Retail Tycoon after seeing him play it and having absolutely no idea what to do. Stampy sounds really enthusiastic in his videos. You can tell that he genuinely enjoys making them and isn't just doing it for the money like some other people. Also, he was in the White Pumpkin episode of Minecraft Story Mode, which was the most insane thing ever. While Stampy's content isn't for me anymore, I still really like him and hope that a new generation of kids end up watching him instead of whatever this is supposed to be.
What's going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger.
Blitzwinger is a very special YouTuber for me because he's the first YouTuber I can remember watching. That being said, I don't have a lot to say about him. Blitzwinger made videos on things like Lego Jurassic World and Lego Batman games, and I love those videos. I remember asking for the games because they looked really fun, and I did end up getting them, but I asked for the DS versions, and playing Lego games in the DS is the worst way to play them. The graphics are terrible and the hub world is tiny. I still want to play the real Lego Batman 3. Nowadays, Blitzwinger makes the same gameplay videos as before, but he also makes a lot more short news videos, so nothing really changed that much. Except the views, that is. His most popular recent videos uses Situation is Crazy title format. How could you, Blitzwinger? That's all I really have to say about him. I'm not sure how I spent still on talking about the Random Encounters FNAF musical, but I can barely talk about the first YouTuber I watched and YouTuber that got me into animation.
A local bank downtown has been held up by a gang of creepers.
Little Lizard is a Minecraft YouTuber, and I mostly watched the videos he made where he and his friend, a Tiny Turtle, were teachers at a school where some of the students were minions, which is probably why I'm the way I am. The Minecraft school videos are pretty much a combination of roleplay and Minecraft mod showcase, and I love them. The Jurassic Park episode was the best thing ever in my eyes because I was obsessed with dinosaurs. Okay, I doubt I watched this video videos because of the subject matter, but I need to talk about it anyways. The video I'm talking about is Minecraft School Five Nights at Freddy's because of course it is what you'd expect from me at this point. So the video starts with a villager news report saying that a hurricane is gonna hit Little Lizard's high school, not the area surrounding it, just the high school I guess. Then they proceed to show a tornado, which last I checked is different from a hurricane. After this, Little Lizard and Tiny Turtle get visited by some guy named Jonah, I don't really remember him, and after the pointless food side quest they begin barricading the classroom. Then we see what Freddy and his Faz gang are up to, and this is the best scene in anything ever.
Well, it looks like people won't be coming to the pizzeria for a while with that weather.
Oh man, who are we gonna scare?
So now the animatronics are gonna go to Little Lizard High School to scare some people, and in the school the power goes out. Little Lizard and Tiny Turtle hear a scary noise, so they go to investigate, and then this happens.
Who's that?
Who's who?
Quick, look. Right
There's someone over there, Tiny.
Oh no!
Okay, I know I just played a clip, but I need to play another one right now because I found a thing that they say after finding Chica really funny, even if it probably isn't that funny, honestly.
Why was there a giant chicken raiding all the presses for food?
So then the gang decides to trap Chica by leaving trails of cake that lead to a jail cell, and thankfully their plan works. They made a video where they go to see the Minions movie. I'm 99% sure that I watched this more than twice. Little Lizard hasn't uploaded in 6 months, and his views were unfortunately on the decline, so who knows if he's ever gonna come back. I could probably make a whole video about Little Lizard, specifically the Minecraft school videos, so I'm just gonna stop talking about them and start talking about my favorite YouTuber as a kid.
How do you actually make your money as a YouTuber? Please talk us through that.
No. DanTDM was the YouTuber for me, and I blame him for all my current issues. DanTDM was a big reason as to why I wanted to make YouTube videos in the first place, because, well, he was just so incredibly cool. Now, out of all different kinds of videos DanTDM makes, his most iconic are probably the Minecraft mod showcase ones. For those of you that have never witnessed these masterpieces, in the Minecraft mod showcases, DanTDM is in a desert lab showcasing different Minecraft mods with a variety of wacky characters, such as Craig the Mailman, Grim the Dog, and Dr. Treors. The mod showcase I remember the most is his Spider-Man mod showcase. I found the intro really funny for some reason, I genuinely don't know why.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins his web any size, catches pigs just like flies. Look out, here comes a Spider-Man.
At one point, DanTDM replaced the desert lab with a brand new one, which is a choice I'm kind of conflicted on. On one hand, the old lab is so iconic that I can identify it faster than I can the Capitol building, but on the other hand, the new lab doesn't look like it took 30 minutes to build. It didn't really matter though, because shortly after the new lab was introduced, DanTDM would stop uploading Minecraft mod showcases. He'd upload a couple more after not doing them for a while, but now it's dead for good. Another one of his most iconic series, at least for me, was his Minecraft Hardcore series. I remember when when he put the pillager in a cage just to make him break his crossbow. What a patient individual. His villager vending machine was also great. It's probably the most unique villager trading hall I've ever seen. Unfortunately, the series ended once a Vex killed him while he was trying to make a totem of Undying farm. I still have nightmares about this. Okay, I'm starting to realize I've talked about every DanTDM series I watched as a kid. This video would never end, so I'm just gonna quickly go through them until I get to his FNAF videos. He made a Crazy Craft videos with Think Noodles and Think Sia, two YouTubers I never watched, but Think Noodles does this now, so that's great. It was a sort of sequel to this Crazy Craft series, but with Pokemon, and never finished it, which made me sad. I really liked his Roblox videos. My personal favorite is the video titled "He Pooped Me Out." After watching these videos, I want to play a lot of the Pokemon games he was playing, especially Pokemon Brick Bronze, which he made like 2 multi-hour long videos on. The last time I played Pokemon Brick Bronze, I got a shiny Cubone, but before I could actually use him, the game got taken down. Thanks, Pikachu. I really liked his Fortnite videos. I was in tears when his wife banned him from playing the game. He played Hello Neighbor. At least he turned a neighbor into a minion. I remember the video he made where he played Minecraft with his twin brother. Turns out DanTDM didn't have a twin brother. It was all a lie and I fell for it. Okay, so DanTDM made a lot of FNAF videos. I remember being scared to go on his channel when Pizzeria Simulator came out because Lefty was just too darn scary. But eventually I decided to be brave and watch his Help Wanted videos on the mini player with the volume all the way down. I don't think I found his videos that scary. I'm sure I jumped at most of the jump scares, but I still watched the whole thing, so I probably wasn't traumatized or anything. Then DanTDM made videos on Security Breach, and since I was a bit older and more mature, I decided to watch these in full screen of normal volume. Just kidding, I watch these videos the same way I did at Help Wanted once. I remember that I kept waiting for the moment that Glamrock Freddy would turn on Gregory and become evil, but that never happened. That doesn't happen in the game. DanTDM's Security Breach videos are what really got me into this franchise. I used to be normal, now I know what Fazgoo is. I don't know how to naturally transition to this, but I need to talk about some of DanTDM's cameos. First of all, he was in Minecraft Story Mode with Stampy. This crossover was better than Endgame. However, the main thing I want to talk about is DanTDM's cameo as E-Boy in Ralph Breaks the Internet. You might be wondering what I'm talking about. After all, E-Boy is voiced by Sean Giambron, not DanTDM. I definitely pronounced that wrong. I'm so sorry. But you see, that's what makes this cameo so interesting. For some reason, DanTDM was only E-Boy in the UK theatrical version of Ralph Breaks the Internet. Why would Disney only have a popular YouTuber voice a character in one version of the movie? Were they trying to make sure that Americans didn't know about the existence of British people? This movie probably could have made even more money if DanTDM was in it. Why did they remove him? The funniest part about all this is that despite the fact that Disney made DanTDM's cameo here the movie equivalent of a version exclusive Pokemon, they decided that Colleen Ballinger should be in the movie. That didn't age so well now, did it, Michael? Anyways, DanTDM has 2 kids now, and he still makes Let's Play videos today, though he uploads whatever he wants, whenever he wants, instead of playing all the hip new games. I'll occasionally watch his new stuff, and I honestly prefer them compared to the older ones, just because he's a lot more calm now. He was never really screaming into his mic to get little Timmy's attention, but he did definitely overreact to a lot of things. His new videos, on the other hand, are a lot more chill, unlike some of the other YouTubers talked about. DanTDM aged with his audience. Also, he made a YouTube Red show, what? Making this video has made me realize that even the little things you do as a kid have a big impact in the future. Watching YouTube isn't exactly a mind-blowing accomplishment, but if I didn't watch Y'all Ones Out, I might never have decided to pursue animation. If I didn't watch DanTDM, I might never have started making videos. I might never have gotten interested in certain things that are a big reason as to why I have some of the friends I do today. Before this video, I never realized how much of who I am today is because I watched some of these YouTubers. Obviously, DanTDM didn't shape my entire personality, but he's a big part of the reason as to why I'm talking to myself in the bathroom to make a silly little YouTube video. If you're not a kid, I recommend that you take a look at some of the things you watched when you were one, whether it be a YouTube channel, show, or movie, whatever really, to see how much of those things changed you. It might be more than you think. And if you are a kid, I don't know, watch good stuff, I guess. I can't imagine what kind of person I'd be if I grew up watching nothing but Lanky Box. Watching any of the YouTubers talked about here, except maybe SSundee, is a much better way to spend your YouTube time instead of watching Lanky Box. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go watch FNAF the musical on repeat for the rest of my life. Bye, I guess.